Hey guys, it's Sasha with Rice and Raw, and I'm back. I'm sorry I didn't post. I really wanted to post on the first day of the Saved by Sugar startup, but this weekend just got away from me. I was like cleaning all weekend. I was so busy all weekend. At the same time, I'm like always busy during the week because of work. Right now I'm traveling. I'm in upstate Massachusetts, so it's not too far from where I live. But I just got dinner for tonight, which is all this sushi, all this vegetable sushi. Yes, I will eat it all. It's not that much. It's just 7 rolls. So I'm pretty hungry. I'll put these away. And right now I'm just going to be working on my work computer for the rest of the night. I think it's like, what time is it now? It's almost 7. So yeah, I'll just be working for the rest of the night until maybe 10, 11. I really want to get a lot of work done. I was hoping this month wouldn't be like that crazy with work, but it's going to be nuts, apparently. So I will absolutely do my best to upload as many videos as possible to help you guys out during the Saved by Sugar startup. I won't be as involved as everyone else just because of my work schedule, and I'm terrible at time management at the same time. I have a lot on my plate, so it's just a bad combination. But I do really miss you guys, as I said before, and I just want to talk really quickly about something I've wanted to talk about for a while. I'll just start in this video, and that is the initial weight gain on 80-10-10 or Raw-4, or whatever high-carb vegan you want to call it. And I know I talk about this topic a lot because it is the most requested topic that I always get questions about, but this is a whole different spin on it, and this is something that I've kind of been meditating on it for a while, and that is that I am actually so glad I gained weight initially on 80-10-10 or Raw-4, whatever, or Starch Solution. Who knows these days with all whatever's going on. I'm really glad that happened, and I'm glad that happened because it gave me an opportunity to realize there's a lot more to me than my looks. I realized there's much more to a person than their weight and their looks, and I wanted to discover that for myself. So I was given the opportunity pretty much to search within me to find out what else I have to offer. Like, who am I as a person? Like, what makes me me? What makes me special? What are those like special little characteristics about me that just are, I don't know, like no one else really has, or just make me so incredibly special. And like, it's not just about weight and about how you look. It really is about your personality, your characteristics, and how you view life, your energy, like how positive you are about situations and how you see things. Like, you can take something and see it completely negatively, like the initial weight gain on a high carb vegan lifestyle. You can see that in a really negative light, or you can see that in a really positive way where it's like, I'm healing my body, and I'm given this chance to discover something else about myself. I'm given this chance to take my mind off of, okay, weight has to just come off my mind because it's giving me way too much stress, and focus on other things like friendships and family and work and, you know, schoolwork, and applying yourself to things that you actually care about, like hobbies, like finding things that you are passionate about. I remember just watching tons and tons and tons of videos on YouTube, documentaries. I would read a lot. It was just a time I took for myself. And that was a couple months. And I understand when people get upset that it's like over a year and they're still not losing weight. But you always need to take into account the fact that everyone has their own, you know, unique history, and everyone's eating differently. Even though we're all in the same lifestyle, everyone kind of has their own adaptation to it. You might be taking it to an extreme. And I've actually experienced that if you take it to the extreme, if you take dieting or like this purity to an extreme level and doing a lot of cleanses and detoxes and juice fasting, that actually only delays your weight loss progress. It kind of tricks you into thinking you're getting there quickly, but it just keeps setting you back more and more. So I really believe in just the steady pace of, you know, day in, day out, doing pretty damn well. You don't need to be perfect every single day, but pretty well. And not every single day needs to be perfect. I mean, you can have some days where you're high fat, but as long as you're enjoying that food and you know like how it affects you, and you've accepted that as a, an effect, or I want to say consequence, but that's kind of a bad vibe word. So as long as you see things in a way where you don't need to be perfect, which is another thing I stress a lot, you're going to be okay. So take your time and embrace the fact that you might gain a little bit of weight. Some people are freaking out about 5 pounds. Who cares? No one even realizes it except for you. And I know I've actually gotten a lot of accounts from girls' parents, like especially moms, telling them that they've gained weight. And I have had experience of this myself, and I've talked to my mom a lot about it. From her perspective, she is like worried. She was so worried about me, especially with this crazy new diet. She's gone her whole life eating meat and dairy and all that, thinking it's healthy. All of a sudden, her daughter, who's already overweight, already having eating disorders, starts eating tons and tons of bananas and won't stop eating bananas, starts gaining weight. Yeah, that's terrifying if you see it from that perspective, especially when you don't know background on it. My mom still hasn't really taken it under her wing to like be watching freely and all that, but she understands. And yes, it's taken like a year for her to be like, oh, maybe there's something to this. And now she's really embracing it. She's making all this vegan food for us, trying to like send me recipes, trying to send me food. So it takes time for parents to get on board too. And what you need to show them is that you're getting healthier. Like, show them blood work. Go to the doctors, get your blood work done. Show that you are, like, if you're underweight, show them that you are gaining weight and that you're okay with it. And then if you're overweight, show them that, like, it's not just about weight right now. It's about getting healthy. It's about getting over these weird food issues. Because I know, especially for girls, and I don't want to discount guys, but especially for girls, there are these weird food issues that haunt them throughout their life. And I'm not saying they're like eating disorders or even disordered eating, just like little weird food things. I know every girl's experienced it, and I'm sure many guys have too. That kind of goes away when you start eating a high-carb vegan lifestyle, because you take yourself out of the whole dieting like evolution and you just go to eating whole plant-based foods. It totally changes things. And the reason why it doesn't change things for some people is that they're really not ready to recover. They're like really holding on to their eating disorder or really obsessing about weight. And that is really when it comes in. You have to see someone. Like, you really have to go see a therapist or psychiatrist, someone who has been trained to deal with this. Because it is it is a disease. I do see this as a disease, eating disorders. And yes, sometimes changing your diet completely, eating tons and tons of food is enough for some people, but for some people it's this weird friction where you're eating a lot of food, but then you start restricting a lot of food. You don't tell anyone this. You just kind of do it, thinking that you're doing the diet right. And that's what I've noticed a lot of people do, or they really restrict from certain foods, or obsess about certain particular foods, and they like go crazy the second they have them, instead of taking a step back and being like, why does this happen? Could I substitute this for a healthier version, like say for fats, for instance? Could I go for a whole fat, like avocados, instead of binging out on fried tofu, going for avocados and, having some fresh greens with it and seeing if that satiates you, that kind of urge. Of course, always staying carved up, just for me, all the time. If I'm carved up, I have no cravings. So I don't know, that's just some blabbing. But I hope that helps some people out. And remember, it's really a journey. It takes a long time. It's been just over 2 years for me. My 2-year vegan anniversary was November 1st. And, I've messed up. Like, by accident, I have not realized something until after I've eaten it. And I don't hold that against myself, because that wasn't a conscious, thing. It was something I can learn from. Wow, I really need to check next time. Wow, I really need to talk to the waiter more, sternly next time, how serious it is. Things like that. But I still, see myself as being vegan for 2 years. It's not like it happens often. I think maybe 5 times I've messed up. But little tiny things, and I've never ever eaten meat. Ever. In 2 years, that's for sure. It's just a kind of like a little bit of milk gets into something. I don't realize it. I don't know. Ugh. Yeah. I'm just kind of avoiding working right now. Ooh, I don't want to do it. But I definitely, I know I have to because it helps out a lot of people like on my team, and I don't want to let people down like that. So that's why I do it. So I'm going to tuck into this great sushi, and I just hope, you know, I helped kind of, my whole goal of my channel is like alleviate like all this like guilt associated with food and with yourself, and to like, seriously, once you get that momentum, it becomes easy. And if you're looking for that momentum, you won't find it. You kind of have to let yourself fall into it. And I know it's really hard to like conceptualize when you're in a really bad place, but as long as you keep focusing every single day on a positive thing about yourself, and that's why I talk about affirmations, focus on nourishing yourself, and taking those bad thoughts, those negative thoughts telling you, no, you're fat, no, you're eating too much, no, you're a pig. Take those and challenge them. Be like, why are you saying I'm a pig? Because I'm eating enough food so I'm full? You know, like challenge that. It's a mental little battle. You don't have to talk to yourself. Sometimes it helps to talk to yourself. Who knows? Sometimes it might help to write that down and like ask yourself the question, why? Why do I think this? That's something that works for me a lot, is whenever I have a negative thought, why do I think that? Like really why? Not, you know, no, because you're really fat. No, because like really why do I think that I'm fat? Like why would I think that compared to all these other, you know, people out there? Like, I don't know. I'm like so tired right now. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. I know some people are probably getting really annoyed by me right now. But I hope you guys are having a happy, healthy day. And if you haven't joined yet, the Saved by Sugar Startup is on Facebook. Just Google it, Saved by Sugar Startup November. You'll find it. So join. It's not a challenge. It's just the community coming together again. You can be Raw Till 4, you could be Start Solution, you could be 80-10-10, whatever. You know, you could just come together and, you know, kind of support everyone. Everyone's asking questions, answering questions, and everyone's really educated. I'm really like impressed with everyone. I see some really, really good advice on there, and definitely check out that whole place because we're putting all our videos on there. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope I just sign off and I stop babbling. That's what I hope right now. Okay, bye guys.